Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Alright, cool. Welcome back. This is another edition of Sad Boy Storytime. Basically me being sad, telling you stories about my life that are 100% true and have 100% happened. I appreciate everybody who watched the last video and gave me positive feedback. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna start doing these about once a week. I might include little snippets every once in a while here and there. For the most part, I'm gonna be making these once a week. Today, I would like to talk about these things. I would like to start talking about these things. I've had one experience with it, never messed with it again, but I still use it as an art piece. This is a Ouija board I got off Etsy, off this witch house store out in Poland. They make really cool stuff. I highly suggest you check them out. I'll try to include a link down in the description. My story with that Ouija board is, I get it in the mail, I just put it up on my wall because I got it as an art piece. A bunch of my friends are like freaking out because obviously you know the stigmas behind Ouija boards. Oh, they're evil. Oh, they're gonna cause some stuff to happen. You're not gonna have a good time with it. And I'm just like, you know what, screw all that. It's just gonna be an art piece and I'm not gonna use it. So, what happens is, a few of my friends come over and I'm just like, hey, do you wanna see this new Ouija board that I got? It looks really cool. My friends ask me to run upstairs and go get it. I go up, I grab it, and then they're just like, yo, we should use this thing. Okay, nothing weird's gonna happen. Probably nothing's gonna happen at all because it's just a piece of wood. I grab a shot glass, we start using it. It doesn't really say much for the first couple minutes. I'm just like, okay guys, this isn't working. Let's just move it to goodbye. I'm gonna go take a piss and then we're gonna come back and maybe try it again. So I walk upstairs, I do my business, I come back down and AJ and Justin are just sitting there using it by themselves. And my buddy AJ looks at me, cold face. He's just like, it asked where you went. I, at this point, am just like, okay, y'all just messing with me. It didn't ask anything. So they moved it to goodbye. Then they were just like, okay, you need to get back on this. It wants to talk to you specifically. If there's no way it wants to talk to me specifically, I start using the board, talking to it, and it starts moving around, just saying stuff in Latin. At this point, I'm just like, okay, it's just messing with us. Let's just put it away, say goodbye. Everything's gonna be fine after that. It was not fine. Nothing was fine. I go, put it back upstairs. Next morning, a bunch of my pictures are like off the wall. They're all moved and everything. So I'm just like, this is weird. Probably just the wind because I sleep with my windows open. This has happened before. I just put everything back, I readjust everything. This goes on for the next couple days, even when my windows are closed. So at this point, I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe there is something to these Ouija boards. Maybe there's something going on here. I come home from work one day after, like, this has been going on for like a week and a half, and I'm just like, okay, I need to talk to this thing. I need to figure out what the hell's going on and how I can get it to leave me alone. I talk to it, it starts saying the same stuff over and over again, and I'm just like, okay, are you gonna leave me alone? It goes up to no. And then I'm like, why? It spells out fun. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm fun to you. I move it to goodbye. I put it back up on my wall. The thing flies off as soon as I put it back. Still got the chip right there. And what happens is, I put it back up. My vision goes blurry as soon as I turn around. I fall sideways because I feel like I got pushed on my shoulder, like very strong, like a firm just... I look back up, all I can see is like this blur. Kind of like when you're like, you have water in your eye, but not exactly because it was just in one specific spot. Like I could look away and it wouldn't be there anymore. I'm freaking out at this point. I leave my room, I slam the door, absolutely slam it just because I don't want this thing. I'm just freaking out. I stay downstairs for a few hours. I come back up, hide the board because I'm just like, I'm not messing with this. I don't want to see it. Hopefully this solves my problem. I shouldn't have used the Ouija board alone. Do not use it alone. Anyway, a couple weeks go by, the stuff really starts slowing down and everything, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's cool to put back up on my wall. I put it back up, everything's fine. Everything's just totally and completely fine. Nothing else weird happens. I'm used to it at this point. I've just learned to accept what was going on. Sure, minor stuff happens every once in a while, like my door will open randomly, like my stuff will be slightly turned in the mornings that I just have to reset. It's not like a big deal. You just have to learn to accept and live with whatever spirit or ghost comes out of one of these things. And I know it's still in there because a few of my friends have used it since because it's a Ouija board. People want to see it and they want to use it immediately. I just say, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. Some stuff happened to me last time, not touching it. and they use it, and apparently stuff's been happening to them afterwards as well. So I'm just like, see, told you, there's something in there. It's gonna mess with you. And then I explained it's nothing to be scared of. I've learned to deal with it. I've learned to accept it, and I'm a huge pussy. The moral of all this is, do not mess with Ouija boards. Don't do it. It's real, and if you must do it, make sure you have a lot of friends around, and make sure you close it properly. Because what we did is we didn't open it by saying like a prayer or anything. We just opened it and started talking. There's a certain prayer that you have to say before you open it that's gonna ward off any evil spirits or any demons or anything that just wants to mess with you. Research what you're doing before you start using a Ouija board. It's not something to mess with. Thank you for watching this week's Sad Boy Storytime. As I said, I'm going to try to make these once a week. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to drop a like, maybe a comment, and if you want to see more stuff, subscribe. Thank you very much.